Let's calculate mean. Since I'm going to keep using this one, I'm going to select this data, and on the name box here, I'm going to give it name. I'm going to call it iData. And I can refer to that range as iData. I'm going to also get MAD, which is mean absolute deviation. Let's find the first percentile. Let's do this. And when you give a name, capitalization doesn't matter. I do it like that, just out of my own needs. Or we can do something like this. And I can change those inputs. I like these things. There's green grass. This basically says 1 out of 1,000 times, or 0.1%. The return on this stock is going to be below negative 17.25% on a day. You know, it's 3 times leveraged. That means on that day, the NASDAQ 100 index went down about 6%. That's a pretty big number for an index like that. You can even find the date of. It won't be exact, but you look up that value. In this range, get the second one once you find a match. I'm going to actually say true. False. Oh, it has to be dated. Let's just do it. Let's sort these things, because I don't particularly care in what order they come, since I'm not doing a chart. I'm going to tell you why I'm sorting. Sort I have headers based on return. So there was a day on 16th March 2020. This stock lost more than a third of its value. That means NASDAQ 100 lost more than 11%. Can you guess what happened on that day? Does that date speak? Huh? COVID lockdowns were announced. And on 13th March 2020, it actually went up by 27%. Of course, the day before it was down 27. Those were rather volatile times. Now, normally when we do VLOOKUP, we look for an exact match on the first column. But sometimes you want the one that is closest. For that to work, the first column of the search array needs to be sorted. Then you can make the last argument true. For example, on August 8th, you had a return something like that. Fix these. The dates of those are not too important, but as examples, you had returns closest to that. Now, why am I interested in those small percentiles? I am Robinhood. I am going to loan you money when you do margin trading. So if you buy $100 worth, I'm going to lend you 20 bucks. If the stock goes down 20%, what's going to happen? You just bought it on margin, and you bought it for 100, stock went down to 80. At that point, you have zero equity. I'm sorry. At that point, I'm kind of starting to be concerned because if I sell everything, you're gonna have only $80 worth of stuff left, and I'm gonna get my money back. But this is only for one day. Okay. So let's do this. I guess that was the day, which was closest to. Robinhood wants to be rather certain that they're not going to be wiped out. They're not going to actually lose money. So if you do margin requirement, oops, I don't want to write it here. So let's figure out wipeout rate, okay? Or zero equity points. This is going to be a point such that if after buying $100 worth of stuff, the stock itself goes down by that much percent, the client who has zero equity on that stock. So when is that going to happen? So for now, and we can solve it algebraically, but you know how much I frown upon algebraic solutions. If my math teacher actually heard this, he would have had a heart attack. Because he taught us a lot of algebra and calculus. But, you know, computers weren't available those days. I'm going to put an arbitrary number, negative 25%. Okay. Let's make that blue number. Now, let's calculate the equity. Well, I'm going to buy $100 worth. Oh, I'm going to buy $100 worth of stuff, 80% with my money. Okay. Or I'm going to buy $100 worth of stuff. Let's call this asset value.